characters of today's modern Bible, and people have their own forms of Bibles now. You know, it's a new day and age. People have their own thinking. People have their own things that they're into. People have their own religion. Hip-hop is a religion to a certain extent, and the rappers are the preachers, and the music is the scriptures. You know, it's just like church, because you go to a concert, you raise your hands in the air, you get dressed up.
Can't do it. Not tonight. You go.
Henry?
Oh, my.
I believe in miracles. And I lose a miracle.
From director Penny Marshall.
You get out as much as I do.
Oh, less, even less. I guess I don't have to ask if you had a nice time.
We had fun. Remember what that used to be?
Denzel Washington.
Now, I've seen the way she looks at you.
Really? I mean, really?
What if angels walked the earth? Here, among us, silent and unseen.
That doctor in the operating room, she looked right at me.
And one of them
No one can see you unless you want them to.
fell in love with one of us.
And if I want her to
What do you want to do?
help her.
Are you a visitor? Well, who are you visiting?
You.
If you met the one you were meant for,
I got this feeling that there's something bigger out there. There's something bigger than me and bigger than you.
Close your eyes.
but you could not sense their touch.
I wait all day just hoping for one more minute with you. I don't even know you.
You could not feel their kiss.
Do you feel that?
No.
And you could not trust your eyes.
I want to see you.
Would you still believe
Let me see you.
in love?
I don't understand a God who would let us meet if there's no way we could ever be together.
I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. I want
I'm in love with you.
will it be?
He can give up his existence as he knows it and become one of us.
Our lives to be over.
You choose to fall to earth.
And when you wake up, you're human.
Sorry.
Nicolas Cage. Meg Ryan. City of Angels.
When they're invited to the other side of sanity, they calling me an alien, a big-headed astronaut. Maybe it's because your boy Easy get asked a lot.
You're so hypnotizing. Could you be the devil? Could you be an angel? Your touch magnetizing, physically imploding, leaves my body glowing. They say, be afraid. You're not like the others, futuristic others. Different DNA, they don't understand you. You're from the heart of the world, a different dimension. You open my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Lead me into the light. Kiss me, infect me with your love.
This is the manifesto of Mother Monster. En route, a government-owned alien territory in space, a birth of magnificent and magical proportions took place. But the birth was not finite, it was infinite. As the wombs numbered, and the mitosis of the future began, it was perceived that this infamous moment in life is not temporal, it is eternal. And thus began the beginning of the new race, a race within the race of humanity, a race which bears no prejudice, no judgment, but boundless freedom.
I'm in love I don't know if I can face that. I'm in tears, and the crying that I do is for you. And when I break down and cry, don't need no reason why. Baby, 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 you're my angel. Come sing it tonight. You're my angel. Come and make it alright. You're my angel. Come sing.
If we don't use human DNA now, someone else will.
Regulators and politicians, they tear us to pieces.
Millions of people are suffering and dying. What are the moral considerations of that?
This is illegal. We can go to jail for this.
Human cloning is illegal. This won't be human. Not entirely. It's coming out.
It's not due for months.
It's slippery.
What was that?
A mistake.
Here is something completely unique in the world.
One abduction experience we had, both of us, and both of us remember this too. I was laying in the bed, my husband and I was laying on my right side. And all I could see, when I opened my eyes, all I could see was this red light above the window, and I could see my husband's shoulder, but I was like paralyzed. His skin looked like elephant skin, and he had the big bulbous head with the big wraparound eyes.
As an honest researcher, I realized that I couldn't just count these people out because the stuff that they had was so bizarre.
Whenever I went on board ship, the alien he got really mad at me because I had had my tubes tied after my daughter was born. He said, well, it doesn't make any difference because I can do it. Well, I honestly believe the next morning when I woke up, I was pregnant. It was about 3 months later, I was abducted, and they took the child. A little while later, they came again, and I was on board ship, and one of the aliens brought a child to me. How did that come from me? How? How does that happen?
Most of the research is in the realm that says it wasn't possible to stop an experience. Knowing that, I called some of the leading researchers in the country. So I said, guys, I've got a very unusual case here. This man, we'll use the name Bill, and during his experience, in fear, he calls out, Jesus, 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 or Jesus, please help me. By calling out, he abruptly stops his abduction experience. These entities can be stopped in the name and authority of Jesus Christ.
Once down in Cocoa, this was after I accepted Jesus Christ, they tried to come. And I kept saying, no, no, you're not doing this. And I took on the empowerment of Jesus Christ, and I stopped that.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. These are spiritual entities.
Taking on the empowerment of Jesus Christ puts a stop to a lot of things. And he's helped me a great deal. Thank you, Lord.